Demystifying mindfulness. What actually is mindfulness? It is simply to put your full attention, your full conscious mind in the present moment. Not be thinking about the past, anticipating or dreading the future. Not be having your mind go in 20 million different directions at once while you're juggling, thinking about the fact that you have the laundry to do and what else was on your to-do list and this bill is due and when do you got to be into work and what's upcoming with your boss, and staying right here, right now. Whatever constitutes right here, right now, with your full attention. We live in an endless series of present moments. And inside our mind is like someone threw 5 bouncy balls, ping-ponging all over the place, constantly. Plus the stimulation from outside, thrust at us constantly. And then we have our emotions vacillating wildly about, trying to interpret all of this. And our mind wandering to and fro, and we're missing what's happening in the present. Living this way is very stressful. Living this way is automatic to most everyone. It takes a conscious decision and a conscious practice to be in the present moment, which seems silly because that's all we are, is living in the present moment. That's your life, is right here, right now, whatever right here, right now is. If you are walking the hallway at your job, sitting at your desk, penning paper, if you are laying in your bed ready to sleep, whatever your moment is right now that you are doing, that is what you are doing right now. That is your life, that is your experience. Yet those bouncy balls are rattling around in your head with a billion thoughts and connected emotions, sometimes disconnected emotions, and stimulation from screens and television and outside noise and circumstances that come at us, advertisement, billboards, tech, other people chattering, all the time, that we are divided, our attentions are divided, and we miss the moment, and we try and juggle a million things in our mind at the same time, and it's actually incredibly taxing for your mind. So mindfulness is simply making the conscious decision to stop the bouncy balls. Stop what you're doing. For a moment, take a pause and recognize what is right here, right now, in this very moment in front of you. If you are sitting down to eat your dinner, don't think about what happened at work yesterday. Don't think about that conversation you have to have with your spouse later on in the evening. Don't think about the laundry piling up in the corner. Don't think. Don't have the TV running. Don't scroll through your phone. Sit down and have your food. Be in the moment that you are living. Make a conscious decision that in this moment, I can be only one place at one time, and in this moment, this is where I find myself, this is where I am. I am, for instance, sitting down to eat my dinner. I am nowhere else but here. And here is all I need to focus on for now. The removal of the excess stimulation from external and internal sources and focusing on just what you're doing right then and there heightens your focus and capacity to perform better at what you are doing. Say if you were at work or you were trying to write a paper or do something productive and important. If you're just focused, truly focused in that moment and on that moment, without all the chatter, chaos, and distraction of having your mind wander to and fro and noise, you're going to be able to be more effective and successful at what you're doing because you're more highly focused on what you're doing. It also dramatically reduces your stress by making you feel grounded in life, safe, secure, less anxious, because you don't have to worry about the heap of laundry. You don't have to worry about that conversation with your spouse that's a little heavy. You don't have to worry about that job report you have to turn in tomorrow or that argument you had with your boss yesterday, because none of it is happening now. And dedicating your energy, time, and thinking and stress and emotion to imaginary events that have since passed, or imagined futures that may never come, is taxing. To just be in the present moment, and to further expand upon what mindfulness is. Not only do you allow yourself to just exist solely in the present moment, but you allow yourself to feel the feelings, to feel the experience without judgment and without holding back, with heightened awareness. You become very aware. For instance, let's use the food example again, of the texture of the bread on the sandwich you're going to eat. Eat it slowly, with intention. Chew your food, taste it, feel it dissolving in your mouth. Smell the food. Take in all the physical sensations. Feel your seat in the chair. Your seat, whatever you would like to call that, in the chair beneath you. Take in the sound of your fork and knife carving the food apart. Take the time to consider where the food came from. Feel your feet on the floor, your body position in space. Smell the aromas. Anything that you can tune into to truly appreciate this experience that is occurring right there in front of you, that is your life, will make you feel more and more present in it. And such as with meditation, your mind will wander, your emotions will wander, because that's how we operate. Naturally, we find it very hard just to be. So as you're practicing just being in a moment and fully experiencing every sensation, touch, taste, sight, smell, that moment has to offer you, allow the feelings to come, allow the thoughts to come and pass by you, come through you without resistance, without trying to force yourself back into the present moment, without trying to judge a feeling as good or bad, or that you're failing at being present or mindful, or that you shouldn't feel a certain way or shouldn't think a certain thought, or there is no judgment. You just allow your body and your feeling centers, your mental thought processes to do as they do, and you allow them to come and to go like clouds passing in the sky, with complete acceptance and non-judgment. And to bring yourself back into the present moment, simply use your physical senses to draw your attention back to what you are doing, noting your seat in the chair, your hand, how it feels on the fork or the knife that you're holding, smelling the food, and your sensory input will bring you back to the mindful practice you're experiencing. You can use mindfulness anywhere, anytime, doing anything, because it's simply being in the present moment and nowhere else. Being fully attuned to the here and the now, and taking it all in with all of your senses and all of your attention and all of your appreciation, really being in your life as it is now, wherever now happens to be, and letting everything else drop, and allowing yourself the permission to accept bodily processes, emotional processes, mental processes as normal, natural things that come and go, and you don't need to wrestle with them. You don't need to dive deeper into them. You don't need to resist them. You don't need to add to them, compound them. You don't need to question them. They just are. It reduces your stress of carrying the burdens of the rest of your life that either has passed or hasn't happened yet. It allows you a respite. It heightens your sense of focus and centeredness and groundedness in your own life. It's a stress reduction technique, and it allows you to become more accepting and tolerant of your own stressful feelings, thoughts, and emotions, and physical sensations, because you develop the capacity to feel a peak of anxiety, for instance, and just let it flow through you until it passes. The more you expose yourself to these sensations or thoughts without judgment, and just wait for them to move through you and beyond you, the more you grow to tolerate those feelings, emotions, and sensations that may not be so pleasant, without casting judgment on yourself or falling into some deep rabbit hole within yourself, or an anxiety within yourself. So that is mindfulness, demystifying mindfulness. Mindfulness is simply being mindful, being in the present moment, the here and now, 100%, and allowing anything else that comes to pass during that experience that is the now. Feelings, sensations, physical sensations, emotions, thoughts, to begin, to proceed, and to pass on like clouds across the sky, without delving deeper, questioning them, digging around in them in any kind of way, and trying your best to stay 100% focused on where you are and what you are doing right then, right there, right now.